You've used Aryn to break apart your documents and extract tables, images, and more into structured JSON format. But what next? Well, if you want to use embedding models to vectorize this data and then load it into a vector database for semantic search or RAG applications, look no further than Aryn DocPrep. DocPrep is a UI wizard for building ETL pipelines in Python for processing documents and loading them into target vector databases. The ETL pipeline will utilize DocParse to first parse your documents, chunk the elements, embed them, and then load the embeddings into your database of choice. Let's jump right in to see how this works. Let's go to the DocPrep UI by visiting console.aryn.cloud/docprep. Next, choose the documents you wish to prepare for your application. Let's say I'm interested in this document and want to get its text embedded and loaded into a vector database. I want to run this pipeline locally in a Jupyter notebook, so I'll pick local file. The file path I enter here will show up in the Python notebook that is generated. Here, I have two options for the embedding model I can choose. For this notebook, I want to use the text embedding 3 small from OpenAI. Additionally, there are multiple chunking and partitioning options available. For now, I'm going to stick with the defaults. Now, the last section of the UI has the option for the database I can ingest into. You'll notice for each different database, you'll have to specify the required options. Here, I'm going to pick Pinecone, and I'll have to give my index name, the cloud provider, and the region. Let's click Generate Pipeline, and here we go. We have the ETL pipeline. It's in Python and uses the open source Sycamore document ETL library. You can choose to run it in Colab or download a notebook file and run that locally. Let's choose Download Notebook. Here, I've opened it in a Jupyter server. Let's look at the ETL pipeline. You'll notice that in this cell, you need to set your API keys. If you haven't already gotten an Aryn Cloud API key, please get one by visiting aryn.ai/getstarted. It is recommended that you set your API keys in your environment, but for quick testing, you can paste them in the notebook if you'd like. Now, in this cell, we're making a call to Aryn DocParse to partition and segment the document. You'll notice that the path that I specified in the UI is showing up in the notebook, so it's picking up the file and sending it to the service to segment and label. Once you run this next cell and inspect the output, you'll notice the bounding boxes that were detected for the document. The next cell calls an embedding model to embed the data, and after that we write the embeddings to a vector database. Finally, the last cell will query the database to inspect the records that have been ingested. In this video, we demonstrated how we could use a Jupyter notebook to run the script that DocPrep generated. You can also choose to run the pipeline in Colab. If you'd like to try all of this out, please visit aryn.ai/getstarted today to sign up.